In case you can't tell, I'm keeping the M3. All right. What's going on, guys? If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Evan, and this is my supercharged E46 M3. Now, the previous video, I kind of mentioned that I was selling the car, and since then I've had a total change of heart. I talked to a lot of people, and you know, the general consensus was I had stuff I didn't like on the car. It was bothering me, and that's why I decided I wanted to sell it. But what I realized is that I can just put in a little time, a little effort, a little money, get this car driving exactly how I want it and looking exactly how I want it, and I'm really gonna thoroughly enjoy the car. So that's gonna be the start of this series. Today's gonna be the first video for that. So we have a bunch of things we're gonna be doing today. I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned because at the end of this video, there might be a little wheel reveal. We'll see. So the front end on this car has always bugged me. For one, you have this awesome freaking intercooler and it's hidden behind the grill. So I'm gonna just pull this off. I'm gonna remove this grill section here, definitely kind of show off the front mount intercooler a little bit more. Now the other thing is that the car has a stock body. There's literally no aftermarket parts on the exterior, and I think the one-piece CSL lip looks amazing on this car. So I hit up my boy E46 Emma on Instagram, and he actually sells this lip here, which looks freaking awesome. So I'm gonna mock it up real quick for you guys. Something like so. Obviously you can't really tell because the fitment is not good with just one hand, but the front lip shouldn't be too difficult to install. I don't see any provisions for any screws or anything, so that means that we're gonna be using double stick tape. Now, in my experience, sometimes the double stick tape does fail. So we might look into putting in some screws on the bottom here into the bottom of the bumper. It actually looks like at one point there was a lip here because there is some aftermarket drilled holes, I guess, or some holes that are definitely not factory. So I might kind of follow whoever's lead that was because in my experience, if you do not have screws, that double stick tape can fail and then your brand new beautiful carbon fiber front lip will just be trashed. So I wiped all the mounting points of the front lip with acetone, and I also wiped down all of the mounting points on the front bumper with acetone. That way we have nice clean surfaces. So before I put the lip on, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this mesh grill. Let's see how that looks without that there. Smile. I actually think that looks really cool. I might even kind of clean up that aluminum a little bit, just make it look a little bit brighter, but why have a turbo if you can't even show off your intercooler? So 2-second mod, that looks great. All right, so I'm gonna be taking this Gorilla Tape here and we're gonna be applying it to all the surfaces that are gonna be touching the bumper. Now, as I mentioned, I already cleaned everything really thoroughly with acetone. So I know just from mocking it up that this surface here, more so towards the bottom, is in direct contact with the bumper. And then on the inside of these fins, if you will, there is also a contact patch here and here. So I will apply the tape in strips on here, and then we're gonna put it on the car, and then we have a couple set screw, what do you call them? We have a couple self-tapping screws that we are gonna put in just to secure it on there. As I mentioned, there's already holes in the bumper. I think the guy who owned this car before had a similar lip, so I'm definitely gonna put screws in it as well. That looks good. Boom. Well, there you have it, guys. What a difference on that front end now. I mean, crazy. The carbon lip fits pretty dang good. Obviously, this is a CSL replica piece, but you know the fitment's pretty good, and we decided to go with the self-tapping screws on the bottom, really to secure it. So there's double stick tape, that Gorilla Tape is on the sides, the center, but on the bottom there's about 6 self-tappers just to make sure that this thing does not fall off. So combination of that with the removal of the grill, I would say that is a success. So I think it's about that time to unbox these wheels and show you guys. Oh man, I've been waiting for these for a couple weeks. Let's see. Any guesses? Well, I guess the box gives it away. But what color did I get? Okay. Nice packaging so far. Woo! Ooh, baby. All right, guys, here we go. Moment of truth. Boom! These are Apex Arc 8 in anthracite, 19-inch wheels. So these are the same size that the wheels that are on there right now. Man, these are sick. Oh, they come with the center cap as well, which is nice as well. So these, as I mentioned, are the Apex Arc 8 in anthracite, which is like a really nice gunmetal color. These look very similar to the CSL wheels, which are one of my favorite wheels for the E46 M3. If you're not familiar with the E46 M3 CSL version, well, it's pretty much like the top of the line M3 version. And if you don't know anything about Apex, I will put everything in the description so you guys can take a look. What do you think?
E46?
Yeah.
I had these same wheels for my BMW.
Yeah?
Well, they weren't Apex.
Yeah.
It's a very common style in the BMW world.
Yeah.
It's the best in my opinion.
Okay, so I know a bunch of you guys are wondering what sizes I went to. I actually worked with Brian over at Apex, and this is the size we came up with together. It's a pretty common fitment for the E46 M3. It's a 19x9 with a 28 offset, and in the rear is a 19x10 with a 25. So quite a bit more aggressive than stock. If you guys saw a previous video, I have been running a 20 mil spacer in the rear and a 10 mil in the front. But now I won't need to run spacers, so that's freaking awesome. So the next thing I'm gonna do, test fit these things right on the car. Let's see how they look. Nothing a little PB Blaster can't handle. Dude.
This is like pissing in there.
No, I sprayed PB Blaster. We're jammed.
Why don't you just give it a good smack? No.
If you've ever owned a BMW, the culprit of why that was so hard to get off is this right here. For some reason, all of the hubs, literally from my first E30 into, I guess, this car, 2003, they just did not use a good material, or the sizing, the interference fit between that and what's supposed to work, they always seize there. So before I put this back, I'll try to clean this up with maybe some steel wool or a stainless steel brush or something like that. That should prevent that. And I'll put some PB Blaster on there as well. Anyways, now that that's off, it's time to test fit the wheels. So let's put the front one on. Okay. There we go. What do you guys think? Dude, the color is sick. And the fitment looks freaking perfect too. So for me, perfect fitment is when the lip of the wheel is right in line with the outside of the fender. Also note that when the car goes down or compresses, that lip is gonna come in, it's gonna camber in. It's like literally spot on. Let's take a look at the rear. Yeah, the rear is no different. So that's freaking mint. Woo! I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of criticism about the 19-inch versus going 18-inch, but to me, I think as far as looks go, the 19s are the way to go, and as far as performance difference, you know, this isn't gonna be like a hardcore track car, so hey, it's not gonna make a difference to me, and look at how that looks. Just need to get some tires. Okay, that was so good. So, I got a question for you guys. I already bought brake caliper paint. I was planning on repainting the calipers, but now that I have the wheels on here, for some reason the red's kind of grown on me. So the red is kind of matching from the brake caliper to the rear taillight, and I don't think it looks half bad. So what I want you guys to do is drop a line in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Should I repaint those nice gloss black, kind of make them blend in, or do we keep rocking it with the red? Now overall, super pumped. Thanks, Cal. Super stoked on how the front end looks without that grille. Really shows off the big smile of the front mount intercooler, and the one-piece carbon lip. The one-piece carbon lip also does look really, really nice. Fitment is pretty good, and the quality is actually really, really nice. So, whew, very, very cool. Now, one thing you may also notice, obviously, I have no tires. So what my plan is to take the rear tires that were on here, put these onto the front, and TJ actually has a set of Federal, I think they're 595 double R's, that 275 3019 that's gonna be going onto the rear. So the rear is gonna be a nice beefy setup, and the front is actually gonna be a 255 3519. The 255 3519 is probably not the ideal size for this. The sidewall is a little bit tall, so I'm hoping we can make it work. I really don't want to have to raise the car. If anything, I was hoping I could maybe even lower the car more. But for now, we're gonna run these, and in the future, I do plan on getting some Falken Azenas tires. So these will kind of be just a temporary setup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stick around. I think tomorrow I'm gonna be working with Calvin, and we're gonna try to mount up these tires. We'll get it down on the ground and take it outside for a nice cinematic. Because to be honest, I've never done anything like that with this car. So I think once it's got the wheels and tires, the carbon lip, it's really gonna look really nice. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys in the next one.